when we're drawing our eye, at least for the first step, I really want you to practice drawing super lightly, making those little sketchy guidelines that are really easy to erase. So you can do this two ways because we want to find the exact middle of our paper. So there's a couple ways you can do this. We can kind of estimate it, and we could really lightly draw like a plus sign all the way across, and then where the point where they meet in the middle is our center, or a little bit more exact, but it leaves your paper kind of foldy. So, I mean, there's a trade-off. You can just give it a fold like this. I'm just going to fold it in the middle, I think. I'm going to fold it up and just pressing it in the middle so I can find the middle of my page. And then I can just make those lines. And I'm drawing super light. It's probably so light it's really hard to see. I'm going to draw super light. Doesn't have to be perfect. We don't need to use a ruler for this. My ruler users, you know who you are. We don't have to use a ruler for this. I guess another way we could technically do it is if we measured our paper and found the middle and did that on both sides, but ain't nobody got time for that. Not in a half-hour art class. We don't have time for that. That's for sure. So next, I'm going to do Miss Lafty's favorite trick, and that is I'm going to trace a circle. So I want to make sure this is easy with a roll of tape is perfect for this because it's hollow in the middle, and I can kind of make sure that it looks like a target in a video game. I guess in real life, I wouldn't know. It's like a target in a video game in the middle. But I'm going to go ahead and trace around. So we have that perfect circle. And that's going to be the iris of your eye. And we want a smaller circle. So if you have something smaller that is round, I don't have anything right by me. So I'm just going to freehand it. And so I'm going to really draw lightly when I freehand, since I want my circle to look pretty good. And I can always go over it, kind of make it as round as possible. So we have our iris and our pupil. So the iris is the colored part of your eye. Most people in the world have brown eyes. That's just the most common eye color. But some people have different colored eyes. My eyes are kind of green. Some people have blue eyes. Well, all eye colors look good, so it doesn't really matter what color your eyes are. But this part is always going to be the colored part, and this part, the pupil, is always going to be the black part. So next, we're going to draw our eyelids, because no one's just walking around like they have googly eyes. That would be really weird. So for our eyelids, I'm going to start at the top of the iris, and I'm just going to kind of make a line. It's going to look kind of football-y. It's not totally symmetrical. It's not perfect. So I'm drawing really lightly, so I can always erase. So I think this looks a little bit better. And I can erase the line I messed up. So when we're drawing lightly, it's just nice to be able to erase those lines and all the guidelines too. And then we're going to do the same thing for the bottom. And it's easier to start from the vertical lines, I think. So we have something that looks like this. Now, basically have our eye drawn. So we can go ahead and we can erase our guidelines. So that big plus sign, targety thing, in the middle, all those lines can get erased. We don't want to keep those in the real drawing. A common error is when students forget to erase those. But it's really important to erase them because you don't want to give away your secrets. We want people to think that we just sat down and we drew this and we didn't even have a plan and we're just really good at drawing. It's all about tricking people into thinking that it's effortless, right? That makes us look cooler. So now we're going to do some eyelids. So you have eyelids. They protect your eyes and you close them when you go to sleep or you blink. And it's going to look something like this. It's going to be kind of a rainbowy, football-y shape on top of your eye. And people have different kinds of eyelids. I bet some of the girls know all about it because there is, and I think they talk about it on makeup tutorials, but you can have monolids or hooded eyes, but we're just doing our basic common American eye today. We can always look those up too if you want to draw a different kind of eye. So we got eyelids on the top, And we can even do an eyelid on the bottom. And eyelashes. So another common error that students like to do. Well, I don't think they like to do it. They just do it. Is making our eyelashes super straight. We kind of want to give them a curve. So this is where it's really nice to just draw really fast, and it's going to come out better than if you agonize over it. So, I mean, this eyeball has some falsies on. There's some long lashes, and we also have eyelashes on the bottom. And these ones are going to be a little more straight. So we don't want these lines to be perfect, because then it's going to look like it's not going to look as good. So we have our eye drawn, and now we're going to think about the false mirror. That painting that we looked at with the clouds in the eyes. And I want you to think about how your iris is going to look. So for next week, you don't have to do any homework, but I want you to just kind of be thinking about how we're going to continue. What is our surreal scene going to be? Is it going to be a unicorn, or is it going to be the beach? Is it going to be Valentine's Day? I don't know. It's up to you.